What's up, babies? Welcome to Between the Speakers, brought to you by FUSER. I'm your host, Simon Rex, and we got an amazing guest. I don't know if you've ever heard of a band called Pepper. Hello, they're amazing. Bret, he's my guy, and he's going to come to us via Spain. He's all the way in Europe. If you don't know, Spain is a country in Europe, and actually, if you believe in the American history books, the United States was discovered by a Spanish man, okay? So everything's coming full circle, baby. We got an amazing show for you today. We're going to do a little zoom in with him, and we're going to show a clip of the game and have a good old time. And I want to just bring something up that I'm a very big advocate of, and it's called no plans, okay? And this is just the way I am. I'm a weird hippie. Some people have to make plans, right? Hear me out real quick. If you go on a trip somewhere, try this. Try to not make any plans at all. Just book your ticket or wherever you want to go. Just no plans. Don't start looking online at what the place looks like, because here's what's going to happen. They say that life minus expectations equals happiness, right? So if you have an idea, if you start Googling too many images of like where you're going to go in Europe or Asia or wherever you're going to go when the pandemic's over, you're going to have an idea of what it's like. And then guess what? It's never as good as you envision it in your head. That's just a lesson I've learned as a traveler. So this is what I do. I just went right before the demi hit. Pandemic's called a demi now. That's what we're calling it. Me and my lady friend, we bought a one-way ticket into Bali. And then we bought a one-way ticket out of Bangkok back 6 weeks later. And we're like, we'll figure it out. Most people aren't down to fly like this. Like my mom would freak out. She would need to plan every single thing. Like Tuesday at 9 a.m. we're doing this. No. If you go into a flow state and you just go with the wind, right? There's a book called The Tao Te Ching written by Lao Tzu. It's sort of like I don't want to say it's the Holy Bible, because it's really not a religious text, but it's a way of life. It's a philosophy. It's like, it's just one of those books you should read or get the audiobook. And Lao Tzu says a wise man travels with no plans, something along those lines, right? And I just read it recently. I'm lying. I listened to the audiobook because it's easier. And I said, wow, Lao Tzu, this book was written 700 years ago, and you're already talking about my travel plans? You're a wizard, you're a Merlin, you figured it out. And then I said to myself, wow, you are as smart as Lao Tzu. So now I say I'm warranted in telling you guys this information. Don't make any plans. Try it for once. It's an ultimate letting go, right? And this isn't a spiritual guru podcast. I know nothing. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. But if I do have anything to share, it's my life experience, and one of those things is traveling. I do it a lot. I have an RV called the No Plan Van. I just go, baby. I jump in the RV, and I have no idea where I'm going to sleep that night, and I have no idea where I'm going. You just drive, and guess what? It always works out. And there's this sense of adventure when you don't know what's around the corner, as opposed to like, oh, we got to get here at this time. Just go and let go, okay? And it will be the most liberating way to travel that you could ever do. I'm not saying don't plan like your daily routine when you're at home with your family or going to school or work, whatever. But when you travel, it is incumbent, and that's the wrong use of the word, to go no plan van. Okay. So just remember that next time you do something. Remember when, I watched that guy Simon on the show, and he said, don't plan anything, and you're welcome. Now, if you get kidnapped by a local tribe and murdered, that's your fault. You should have planned better. All right. Okay, I had too much coffee. Anyway, let's get into this. I want to see if Bret is going to even answer his Zoom, because he's in Spain, probably drinking wine in a villa somewhere. So let's see if this little cookie monster will. Boo! Hey, okay, wait. Welcome. There it is. Look at that. Welcome to the show, Bret. What are you drinking there? What is that?
Oh, we're on.
Oh, whoops.
Hey, Simon, how are you, bud?
I'm good. You?
Doing really good, man. My Spanish is getting worse, but the wine's getting older and tastier, so we're just wading through this thing out here, man.
Well, tell me,
international.
Where are you right now?
So now this is the third quarantine since this madness started for me. I got to mix it up, which is really cool. I didn't just get to hang out in America. So I started off in Panama. Why were you in Panama? I don't know, to have a kid. Just random shit like that, just dropping kids.
Okay.
Make it out from Panama just in time to go surprise some friends and family, go show the band, go show the Pepper Boys, new little daughter, at just in time to get stuck in California. Now you can't leave. What do you mean? So we stayed there, chilled out. It wasn't too bad that first run, as you know already. And then when it cleared up, all of Europe, where we're headed now. We're in Spain. So when it cleared up, we just kind of waited for the bad to kind of come towards America, and then we jumped over. And now America's just taking it in the keister, and we're over here drinking wine. So.
Dude, you
sorry,
right.
but that's
no, you're good. You're good. So I guess so Panama, then Spain, and now are you stuck there because you just don't want to come to America? What's the travel restriction regalia?
No. We got a house here. We've been wanting to move here for a while too. So we have family here. My wife's family's here, and I've just been coming here for years, just on tour. You've dicked around out here before. You get a little taste.
I love it there, man. That place is like, honestly, for Europe, that's probably the most steez I think you could do. It's just got that Latin flair, but it's still Europe, and it's just the culture and the people and the women are so comfortable with their sensuality, and the food and everything's just like.
You were going to the vibe. I was hoping you were going to punch out a couple, like, give me some of those names. Bonaducci, reggaeton. Like who am I right now?
Vespucci, Talladega, Del Rio, by just your glow. And you kind of have this Fabrizio Del Monte rigatoni about your palatial. So, wow, look at the little, what is that thing? What's the pourer? What's the little thing? What is that?
They don't have that in America. As soon as you come over here, we're gonna bless you with the bull and do that whole thing.
So, okay.
No, those are beautiful, man.
What are some Spanish conquistador traditions that can you share us with the regalia with us? What have you done?
Absolutely. A little bit of regalia. I need one of those sweatshirts, by the way, buddy.
I got you.
Let's see. So there's a cool one. There's all the normal ones that people know. Obviously, running with the bulls is a heavy one because
have you done that?
Die every year.
Have you done it?
No, I want to do it, but now I got the kid, and I'm like,
yeah, don't. You're a dad. You need to have your liver.
Come on.
Yeah.
I want to do that, but there's another one that looks really intense, less dangerous, less fatalities. It's called Tomate or something like that. Gnarly festival, the biggest tomato fight ever.
I heard about that.
I'm going to find out where it is. I
Yeah.
think it's in the south of Spain or Valencia or somewhere like that. And if you see footage of this, you don't even want to run with the bulls. You just want to like make marinara. And people are going bananas. So they're drinking just as much. They're dressed in the crazy kind of garb of like, we used to do this, in the 1500s or whatever. And there's no mercy. There's just drunk frat people from all over and just pelting like the poor village, viejas. Oh, mijo, no. It's like, it's crazy. I want to do that. If you go right now is a good time for that. In the south of Spain, called Costa del Sol.
That's like a Monaco vibe. It's like a Monaco vibe.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. James Bond shit. No. Okay. So when you see that, you being a real boy, because you're a Cali kid, you're Hawaii steez, you are, you're more into the West Coast American vibe. When you see that Euro crazy level, does it make you aspire, or does it turn you off and you're like, look at these kooks?
That's a good question. So you could go salmon boy on it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm following up on your content, man. You're one of the few deals putting out there. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder, like, as you kind of mature and, you Wim Hof yourself a few times, you get all vegan-y, you get all organic, whatever, you realize everything's so, you take yourself way too seriously, even if you're always joking all the time,
right.
Which is, that's the principle. That's our steez. That's the core of, even though like a musician, like that's why I dig your vibe so much, is like, it's all about, like, you watch Eddie Murphy Raw back in the day, like, now I want to be in a band. I don't know why that always was. I always appreciated comedians and like great actors and things like that more. So point is, I just feel like the more you think, oh my gosh, how lame, how whatever, I'm just like, I'm the kook of the day every day. Like, that's what the deal is. And the douche, the kind of like, I get, as long as I'm pumped on, as long as I'm vibing with it, like, then I'm like, I'm making a good choice right now.
You're getting older. I can tell.
I don't know what that means anymore.
You're growing up. Europe is making you a more mature man. California will keep us in arrested development teenagers forever. The mentality is very young and fratty and Cali kind of. But in Europe, and I think what you just said is actually dope, because it's too easy to be a hater and be like, look at these kooks. It's actually more like, look how dope that dude is. He's killing it. That's how you want to live life. That's the way. Just show love. Right?
Straight up, show love and enjoy that style. You don't have a mullet. Right. You don't have a mullet. That guy's rocking.
It's
that guy's crushing it.
Yeah,
you've got no balls. You've got no character. You've got your trendy, douchey Ivana Vinci cut off thing. That guy's rocking those. I don't know. I really like that vibe. I want to teach that. I want to obviously, as a kid, to your kid or whatever. But like, I want to put off that vibe where it's okay.
Right.
But not necessarily on like the Instagrammer kind of, follow my deal and learn how to open. No. Even that's kind of oversaturated. Like, let's just say what we mean and start there. See if
Yeah.
that helps anything
Yeah. I
in a
see.
nice way.
Yeah. Okay. So how many kids do you have now? Because you're pumping them out.
I'm, we'll see.
How many do
We'll
you
see.
have?
Now, at first, only one
Oh, that's your
that I know
first
of.
kid. Why
Just
did I
one right
think you were
now.
already that was your first child? I'm
First kid.
sorry.
Because I'm very mature.
Yeah,
I'm
you had
very
a dad vibe.
European. It was since, come on.
That was already 3 or 4 years ago. We made that song, probably 3 years
Oh,
ago.
way back. And we were going to be
Yeah.
like, we're going to do this. And they're like, now we'll put it out later when it's all fun and vibes
Right.
again. Isn't it interesting how everything just seems to just kind of ride the wavelength? You're like, that's so heavy. 10 years later, like, I'm so wasted and I'm a
Yeah.
dad. Oh my God,
Yeah.
what's going on? Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, who
Who
knows?
knows?
But so you are you missing? What do you miss the most being in this pandemic? Live shows. It seems like you're in Spain. You're good. What do you miss the most?
Yeah. First, let's see. Full transparency. The first half of it. How far are we deep into it?
We're like 5 months
we're
in.
second quarter.
Yeah, well, it was started in
Right?
February, and it's July, and
Was it
it's been like
officially
5 or
February?
6 months. It's been like 5 months.
Okay.
We're deep.
The first half of the season, right? We're deep. The first half of the season was an absolute fail. I did finally come to grips and say, like, just take the L, like zero inspiration. I'm sure you heard that before, but I was getting down on myself for just getting that, like, for being, I was like, really, this is you? Like, what if there was something important? What if 9/11? I started thinking, you're put all this pressure on myself to, like, oh, aren't you going to write? You got the suits calling you. Hey, hey, we're going to start touring again. Back then, this was February. Like, we're going to start touring again. It's looking good for July. I'm like, that's great. No, July 2022.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you're stifled. You're kind of whatever. But don't worry. Classic Stu. How many times have you dealt with this?
Yep.
But there's plenty of time to write, bro. I'm sure you're inspired. You're like, what? This isn't a rad thing. This is like a weird paranoid. Nobody's ever done it before. This is not the Vietnam War where we can all be like, we don't want this.
Right.
Come on, let's bring our people home. Right? It's kind of just like incognito, and then all the stuff that's going on in America. I mean, it was a good time to jump, but I also have good perspective now, kind of watching how the world is looking at America instead of being in it. Like,
we're a reality show. We're a reality show to the rest of the world. That's just, they're laughing at us and crying at the same time. Okay, but real quick, you touched on something that I was just talking about on the show the other day, which is this. It's very hard to get into a creative space when you are living in this kind of uncertainty. And I don't need, maybe it's not fear necessarily, but when you're living in a state of kind of like, not panic, but everything's up in the air, it's not easy to just relax into creating and writing your masterpiece and all that. So it's like, I think it's actually a hard time to get into the zone of creating, even though it makes sense. Like, oh, you got 6 months off, start making music. It's like, that's easier said than done. It's just a funky time,
100%. But I'm sure you have those friends, like we all do, that are prospering during this time.
Yeah.
And you almost kind of want to be like, you look around, you're like, can we talk for a second? Can we, on alone? Like, what is your deal? Why do you still have why is your career, of all the careers that got taken out, like, how come you're still able to work? How come you're flourishing? How come, I wouldn't even say like a hater vibe at all, but just like, how are you so happy and prospering, whatever? Those people, I started being like, that's why I kind of got down. I was like, but then I kind of realized, I was like, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter that you don't have a job. It doesn't matter that your life might be changing. This is an opportunity to kick some ass and do something fresh. So once I kind of just caught on that one, I started, and all the other hippie stuff came about. Oat milk, gratitude, downward cobra, everything came back.
How long have you been vegan? Because you look healthy, you look crispy, you have a glow about you. I know it's the Mediterranean sun, but it's also you're getting your 8 hours sleep with a baby. You have a beautiful woman, I imagine. I have never met her. And you eat healthy, but you're in Spain, land of pork and fish. What are you eating?
Oof.
What do you do out there?
Oof.
Just salads
You'd
and
be
bread?
surprised.
A lot of bread.
Oof. That's tough.
You
This
eat
is
bread.
actually my salad is behind me. I'm going to eat it if you want some after that too. The wife wants to keep fresh flowers around too. She's a full hippie like that. So
I like you.
But
hippie girls are the best. That's what you want.
Yeah, girls are the best. Some girls are super.
We're gonna put that song out.
There it is. We got to do it. So for that, luckily in Madrid's super international and it's a rad place. There's a lot of killer movements. They had one of the biggest Black Lives Matter marches, like within days of the first one. They're like, yes, they're super open-minded. So there's tons of vegans. Like all of those things are represented, and they have actually a new form of, or what to me is like a very neo-democracy here. Is like they haven't elected a prime minister in like 4 or 5 years because the different parties keep legit beefing, but they all have a good amount of power. It's really balanced. So they're like, we don't play that shit.
Right.
And the other goes, okay, well, and they got to kind of rally and get other little parties together. So everybody's well represented. The Amnesty, I mean, this is one of the last places where they have a monarchy. They got kings and queens.
Right. The Straits of Gibraltar. Anyway, you can look across the regalia at the.
Yes,
you can I've seen it from there. I went to what's the beach? Anyway, yeah, go ahead. Sorry to cut you off. I get excited. I've been to what's the south coast in Spain where you can see across the world. Like there's Africa. Oh shit! I was in
literally. You're looking at it. That's the Costa del Sol and that whole player.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Gibraltar. You nailed it. The dick of Gibraltar almost touches the sphincter of the horn of Macedonia. Yes. I don't know that, but you know it. But either way, so it's really diverse, and you have the monarchy. And at first, I was kind of asking somebody that was like, "Why do you guys have a king? Is that kind of dated?" I mean, and whatever. And the king basically said like, "I'm not with all that extortion, all that stuff." He even cut himself out of the will, so he can't get any money. He's kind of legit. He's like, let's keep this king, the monarchy going a little bit farther, but they're kind of liaisons between other countries. They'll do the handshaking and the baby kiss and all that stuff too. Right. So anyway, where I live is very like Manhattan-y, very New York, very London.
Madrid's the big city, right?
Tokyo.
Yeah, it's the big city.
It's great. Right. Yeah, it's big. It's a capital too, so it's right in the middle. So anywhere you want to go, you want to go to France, we'll go in 2 hours. You go this way, or you want to go to Italy, we're gonna go in 2 hours.
Yeah. Do you do that a lot? Do you travel to other regalias, or do you just stay in Spain? Can you go into other countries right now with the lockdown? Are you allowed?
You can. Great question there, Simon. So you can, as of, I still have these like American embassy alerts, so they sound extra like hard, like don't go to Spain. I'm like, I've been here for like months. Like no travel advisory, whatever. But what's actually going on is part of the reason that like America's cut out is because obvious reasons. We all CNN it. We know why the case is all that. Right. But it's called the Schengen area, which is basically like kind of Western Europe, which is Spain, France, Italy, Germany, all that. The land borders are all open. They've been open since everybody kind of brought it down from like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. So everybody's been flying around doing it. Spain's kind of like, do we have to show this? Like, what's going on? Like, let's mellow out a little bit too. So, but it's open.
Okay. So, do you go to Ibiza ever? Where do you go for a mini vacation within being in Spain? What's a location to go kick it at? Do you just stay in Madrid?
You're gonna like this. You could actually check it out just by watching one of your favorite shows. I don't know. Do you like the show Game of Thrones? Have you heard of it?
Oh yeah.
So there you go. So that they filmed between Ireland, Spain, some Iceland, New Zealand, like the last couple seasons, so much of it was in Spain. It's really diverse. You can straight up be in like the South, and it's crazy too, because it really gives you a feel of how this bridge between like Africa, because obviously they're so close, it broke off, goes right into the rest of Europe, goes right up into Scandinavia. Take a hard right, and you're in the Middle East. So it's like a land bridge. So you get the best, like diverse cultures, foods, everything. But also the land there is crazy. So you can be in just what looks like Scotland, but it's not. You're in Asturias. You're kind of in the north area. That's where I was this weekend, which is amazing. Have you ever seen them? They pour the cider. They hold the bottle like way up because they need to get like a really nice foam on it. This green bottle. Yeah, exactly. They pour it down here. You're like, why are these guys being douchey? Like, no, it's to open it up. Remember what I told you about?
They open it up.
Cool, bro.
Dude, they open it up.
They open it up.
What about the thing they do in Spain where they pile up? You've seen the people where the villages all come together and they compete and who can climb up on top of each other in like a human pyramid, and it gets to be like 50 feet high, and like a little girl with a helmet climbs to the top, and if she falls off, she could die, and the village, like the mom is like crying, and it's like, no, but this is part of the culture. We do this to see which village is the strongest. I'm like, your daughter's gonna die. It's so gnarly. You ever seen that?
No,
I want to go to that.
I haven't yet, but if you can bring that up on your,
can you look that up? I don't know what it's called. Human pile up. It's a human pile up in Spain.
I know you can bring it up,
dude. It's so gnarly.
It's got to be in Basque Country because those guys are like the Paul Bunyan-y. They're
Basque.
We're our own country within the country. It's got to be Basque.
I did my DNA test.
Are you Basque?
I'm Basque, and I had no idea. I thought I was Spanish, and my DNA said I'm Basque. So those are my people, and I want to go so bad to Basque, which is a little country between Spain and France. They have a lot of pride, and their soccer team, I know this, is they will not take players from other countries. They just keep their own people, and they're horrible soccer team, but they are like, no, this is our people. We don't take someone from England. Okay, it's called, what's the name? Human Tower. Dude, okay, if you ever could go to the Human Tower, it looks like I can't even explain it, dude. It's so gnarly. Just look it up. And viewers at home, go look up Human Tower in Spain.
Send me the link on that one too. But I'm gonna send you some footage as soon as I get around there too. But the cool part is, everywhere in Spain you go, if you head 2 hours in any direction, I mean, fuck, dude, you accidentally could end up in Barcelona and just do anything you want to do.
You were gonna say something.
I'm a married man.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But hey, real quick, I've been
she's not allowed. She's not allowed in the man cave.
So Spain, I've been to Barcelona. I drove all around the coast, and I went to Ibiza. I hate it when people say Ibiza. It's Ibiza. Here's my argument.
Well,
if you say Ibiza, that means you also have to say I'm going to Iraq and Los Angeles, and I'm going to go to. You don't say every country with the accent, dude. It doesn't work that way. That's like saying I'm going to Barcelona. Just say Barcelona. You know what I mean? It sounds like pretentious. But
you pull it off, but
because I'm Basque,
being in Cali, you have that person. You are Basque.
What are you made out of? What's your DNA?
What am I made? You're
spicy.
Which one did you do? Did you do 23andMe?
Forever 21. Yeah, 23andMe.
Forever 21. You did. You fit those genes,
yes,
baby. I did that one, and it's so funny. My last name's French, and so I had enough French, but it ended up being a lot more. They in that one in 23andMe, where I asked, they mixed French and German. They classify them together. Where I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, have you ever been to either country?
They do border each other geographically, though, don't they? But they're very culturally worlds apart.
You talk about different people. And
well, it was totally. But it is. It was Nazi occupied for a while, so I could see how the DNA would mix around. But okay, so what are you? What's your? I feel Spanish in you.
You're a genius.
You're a genius. Oh, that's Italian.
So, and I like what you said about being about Basque too. That's very important. Even though Basque is within Spain, it's part of the kingdom, baby.
Right.
They're the ones that like kind of have fought the hardest to kind of for independence, kind of like Northern Ireland.
Right. Very prideful culture.
There was some bombing and thing like that. Don't get crazy, okay, baby. Don't get crazy.
They have the most
got Spanish. I've got French.
Yeah.
I've got German. Bavarian. If you want to get real.
Oh, that's specific.
Real direct.
Yeah.
But check this out. When I was shocked by it, then I also remember that for like an hour, I stared at some lederhosen the first time I was in Bavaria. I remember we're on tour with like Flogging Molly, and we're just hammered constantly. So great drinking band mixes with another drinking band from Hawaii. We're in Europe. Oh my God, no shirt on. I'm like, I need a shirt to get in here. And a window and just lederhosen display. I'm like,
what's lederhosen?
And I just stared.
Explain.
The thing, the Clark W. Griswold in European Vacation where he does the dance at the end.
Okay. I love that movie.
With the white shirt with the
the leader's
the little patch.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm looking at it. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted the audience to understand.
Keebler elf type deal.
Yeah, I got you. It's like the little overalls with the white shirt and the pop, 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 whatever.
Yes.
That
I was
movie
gonna go throw down.
Yeah,
it was
should.
Like it was nice, but it was like $1,500 for the pair. I was like, okay, let's keep walking then. That's fine.
Okay,
those were leaner times for sure.
Can you tell me what? I know you have a lot of them. What's like a crazy story from touring, and where's the craziest place you've toured? Because you're lucky, you get to tour the world. Pepper is a worldwide band. Me and Mickey Avalon, we were more like, we might go to Australia once in a while. We did Europe once with the Chili Peppers, which was amazing, but they hated us. Well, Chili Peppers didn't hate us, the fans hated us.
What?
But yeah, we did a Chili Peppers tour once that was gnarly in front of soccer stadiums with 60,000 people just getting shit thrown at us the whole time.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, it was gnarly. But
that's
you guys have fans
yeah.
out there in Europe. What's it like to tour Europe? They hated us.
I can't imagine them hating you guys.
No, they did. They just were like, "Who are these?"
I'm mad at them. Because I'm over here now. I'm going to talk to them.
Yeah, let them know. Go talk to.
I'm going to page them.
So, okay, tell me what's your favorite place to tour, or anywhere in the world?
I'll start in there. There's too many to pick from too, but Japan's rad. You been to Japan?
Yes, I've been to Japan. I did a show there once.
Of course you.
With Mickey. It was rad. They're the best fans. They just love everything. Dude. They just love Americans.
Oh, so good. So we kicked it off with never been there before, and this is beautiful. The food, I could go on and on, the technology, the way they treat each other. You talk about respect.
Yeah. Oh, man. What
respect.
A respect. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
This is weird. It was terrible. It was a terrible performance, but they tried. We got off the plane and all the, the helpers and everybody who's like, look at these stupid Americans. Oh, they're Hawaiian. Oh, okay, good. So they punch coconuts. Perfect. They're still going to get this. They had all these, I guess, like really nice kind of teenagers, like Japanese, mostly ladies, couple guys. And they took courses, I guess, for like months to do traditional hula just for us, to greet us. They did hula in Tokyo. Dude. Wrap your head around that.
So it was amazing. You liked Asia. Asia's dope. What about this? Real quick. Me and you are both 100 miles an hour. We're both crispy. Real quick, I got to squeeze this in. Did you grow up in Hawaii or California or both? Are you Hawaii
Born
boy?
and raised, born and raised on the Big Island of Hawaii. All of Pepper is.
Okay.
All of born and raised.
Okay.
Parents live there. Grandparents
Hilo or
live there. God
Kona?
rest their soul.
Hilo or Kona?
Kona side,
Okay.
baby.
Okay.
Kona side, on the west side. So yeah. So Hilo's kind of like Oakland. Sorry,
Okay.
just to say, like,
Okay.
yeah, we're more like LA, a little more like
Got it.
for
Got
sure.
it.
Like,
Okay.
a little more, yeah. It's not as that's a little more hardcore. Not as much sunshine. So all of us born and raised, same block we lived on. You wouldn't think that too, because you don't think of blocks or whatever. There's one 2-lane road that goes around our whole island,
Uh-huh.
and then they put one in the middle, so it looked like a no smoking sign. It was like a circle with a thing,
Right through the
and
lava.
instead of like 3 hours around,
Right.
it's like no.
I went through there
hour and
once.
a half.
My
So,
mom took me there when I was a kid. I remember watching the lava tripping out. I went there.
yeah,
I went there
that's-
recently. I went
you
boar
nailed
hunting
it.
recently there. Went boar hunting and it was amazing.
Oh.
I love the Big Island because it's just so wide open. It's like going back in time. And it was the only time the locals really kind of liked me. And I was with my white friends hunting in our camo, and they were very thankful because the island is overrun with boar. So they're like, "Thank you, bro. Like we need you guys taking them out because they're killing our land." So that was the only time I felt kind of really the ohana. What do you call love? Oh, gona. Ohana.
Family.
Yeah, Ohana.
You
Dude, you
nailed
guys
it.
are a beautiful
Of course,
culture,
they
man.
loved you over there.
Yeah, no, but it's gnarly.
You're-
Hawaii. Here's Hawaii. Here's Hawaii, in my opinion, as a mainlander. My dad lived in Oahu. I went there as a kid. It is the most beautiful, respectful, incredible culture in the world. They are just so prideful and amazing warriors. But also,
True.
you better be careful because it could turn on you. Because at the end of the day, if you're in the wrong area and you do one wrong thing, it could get sketchy, dude. And so you just got to be on your toes. Like you think it's just all good, but I've seen like some gnarly shit go down in Hawaii that's like gnarlier than almost anywhere. Like, dude, like you can't fuck around. You gotta be respectful, which I like.
You cannot. 100%. You nailed it. And it's
Yeah.
funny that kind of. Do you remember hearing that? Although were you in the military, Brad? You said your dad was there. Is that how you got over there to Oahu?
Oh,
when you were a
I
kid?
like that question. Go ahead. Were you in the? Your dad was in the military.
I'm asking if you were. Is that how you got there when you were a kid?
Oh no! Oh, I thought you
You-
were lobbing up yourself. No, my dad was
No,
a
no.
hippie. My dad was a hippie breathwork coach who did like breathwork like Wim Hof. So I would go there as a kid, and he was doing his healing stuff out there with crystals, and he was that guy. So and then he lived there for like 7 years.
Really?
Yeah, he got island fever, and then moved to Santa Fe, another place with crystals and meditation. So that's my dad.
Nice,
Yeah.
dude. Okay.
Yeah.
So you just hit it on the head. This is a nice little precursor. So the Big Island is a place where, even though it's the biggest island, has the least amount of people for the main islands, for the livable kind of inhabitable islands. So a big thing that happened there during the 60s, kind of when our parents found over there, my mom was a singer in a band, How Original, whatever. She's on tour from California. Both my parents are from California originally. My dad was just like a rich kid. You ever hear of Sparkletts Water? You see those green
Yeah, of
trucks
course,
go
of
around?
course. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that my grandfather started that company.
Dude,
Yeah,
we're learning. We're
and that-
learning.
and we're learning. The green truck is Grandpa. God rest his
Excuse
soul.
me, I just sorry.
He would start taking my dad there when he was a kid, and my dad is like kind of a trippy dude. He's a fun dude, but he's a trippy dude. He's more like a bro than a dad. He found Hawaii, and he was like, "This is not California," and he would like stay. He would hide in the hotel when they go on vacation. Ever since he was like 5 years
I
old,
love
they'd
that.
find him or whatever.
Love that.
So when he was 13, they're like, let's put him in boarding school. Let's leave him in Hawaii. He's not going to be our problem anymore. So that's where he stayed forever. And he was a hippie, and he was just like, he was in that vibe. So it's funny that your dad goes over there. There's a lot of people that are open-minded. There's people like Vietnam vets were escaping. Like, we got to find him. So there's a lot of space in Hawaii on the Big Island.
Oh, yeah.
To be yourself. So that kind of was like the origin of that too, which is nice.
And that gave you your ohana, your spirit, your music background. You kind of grew up there, and then you guys started a band. And then did you move to San Diego or OC? Where did you guys kind of blow up? Because you couldn't have stayed on the Big Island of Hawaii. You guys moved it to Cali because you guys were part of the ska kind of like. I don't want to say that wrong. It wasn't ska, but you guys did the kind of Cali.
How dare you, ska?
But what was the genre? What's Pepper's genre? What would it be called?
That's the cool thing. There wasn't that yet. There was ska and reggae and all that stuff. So in Hawaii or in the Big Island, remember, we didn't have MTV. Like we didn't have a chance to see you be a VJ or anything like that until we were like 16 years old.
Right.
That's when I was like a junior in high school.
Right.
So like we didn't get cable at that time, whatever. So we had 3 radio stations: classic rock, like kind of contemporary Hawaiian music, traditional, a lot of that stuff. And then reggae station.
Like the Jawaiian music?
Reggae's.
The Jawaiian?
God, God damn, you're so crispy.
Well, I
So
just been there. I know.
You know that. So Hawaiian that's how popular that island reggae music is. That Hawaiians are like, we're just gonna make it Hawaiian, babe. We don't know what that means, but we just made
It
it happen.
sounds dope.
So all
It
this
stuck
big,
with me. Yeah.
yeah, it's like lovers rock from the '70s. If you are
Yeah.
into
Yes.
reggae, that you remember that. Come on,
Yes.
you're an aficionado.
Yes.
So they really love that deal because in Hawaii they like to keep it. It never changes. It's always about like either breaking up or just getting that poontang back. It's never political. It's always laid back.
Or just going to the beach. I remember one song specifically.
Or going to the beach, exactly. Or your chick surfs, or like it has to have a chick involved for
yeah.
At the end game, end game, sir, is pregnancy.
Yes.
Okay.
Procreation.
Our high school. There's only 2 high schools on the island back then. There's one on the east side in the Oakland of the Big Island,
and then LA,
Gila, and then Konawaina, and we had the highest pregnancy rate. Never GPAs, but pregnancy rate. We were always like
just hooking up. High school must have been so gnarly there. God, I got friends from Kauai like that. They just said high school was so gnarly like back then.
Yeah,
I could only imagine the drama because every time I go to any of the islands, there's drama and everyone knows everyone's business, and you got to be cool because like you say the wrong thing, it's gonna come back. It's not like the big city in America where you could say whatever. Like you say something, it's coming back. So shut your mouth.
Big
dude.
Time. But
I learned
it's cool because we got to respect them that way. Yeah, no, they like you really mentioned like. It's respect based. That's why I was talking about Japan, why it was so meaningful. They're so respectful.
Yeah.
One more Japan story. I can't remember. Might have been our guitar player, Clow. He left like a shirt that he's like, I don't like this shirt anymore. And I'm going to leave it. And he I don't know why he said he was going to go shopping. So he's like, I'm leaving my old shirt. For some reason, we witnessed that. We're like, okay, leave it in your hotel room. Let's trip. Let's go to Okinawa now, or where we're headed. Sorry, Agoya or Goiza or Kyoto or wherever we went. With so many places in like 2 weeks. We did like 10 shows in 2 weeks. It's crazy. And we leave, we bail, we get dropped off at the bullet train, which is like, 200 miles an hour. That was the best way to travel. So much better to get on a plane, get off, whatever. The food's amazing everywhere you go. Even in the train stations, the food is like Michelin star. So we're just eating, we're having a good time, whatever. We're getting our food. We're about to get on the train and it's packed in there. It's like Union Station packed, like on a holiday or something. And there's this guy screaming and a whistle. And there's like this cop with a white hat and another guy, a taxi driver, running at us. And it's because the taxi driver was told by the hotel as we were leaving that the dude there, Kaleo-san, left his shirt. And so he tracked us for like 20 miles, got there, left his car on the curb, kicked through everybody like busy New York style. Just to go, what terminal are they in? Just to find us.
Dude, that's so, man.
We were just giving them hugs.
America sucks.
It's amazing. So
America sucks.
Yeah. Okay. So America. So Hawaii, straight up, man. You get if you're doing something wrong, if you're my neighbor, we're best buds. We're calling around Hawaii, and you come to my house and you fuck up at my house, my mom can spank you.
Yeah, dirty lickings. You get dirty lickings.
Dirty lickings, and it's legit. There's no loss.
Good name for a band. Is there a band named Dirty Lickings?
Yeah, nobody. There might be.
That's a good name for a band.
Almost sounds like could be a nasty EP too.
Man, no, Hawaii. Hawaii's the best, man. Let me just end it with saying Hawaii's the best. You're so blessed to be from there. Now, real quick, tell me what was your video game history? Did you play any video games as a child in Hawaii, or did you ever get into gaming? And what game took your virginity?
So that's tough.
Was it Atari?
Are you? Yes, actually. Thank you. You
was it Duck Hunt? Yeah. Mario
Either
Brothers?
Pong or all of them. Big video game fan. Always have been.
Right.
All the ones you're talking about. Yes, I cheated. I put the gun against the TV. Don't act like you. Don't act like
dude,
you.
I did. No, but not when anyone was around. Just when I needed to get my high score. Yeah.
When you need to get the high score, you showed off later. No, so Duck Hunt, you did the only thing I didn't fuck with, and I want to shout out here. I don't know if they're still a company, but like Sega Genesis.
It's almost like the Pepsi to Coke. Like, I want a Coke. I don't want Pep. You're like, Sega, you're gross. I'm a Nintendo guy. Like, ew. Like
Sega, you're gross.
Yeah, like Sonic. Get out of here, Sonic. You suck. I'm Mario.
Okay, so I didn't play it, but if you had like kind of a friend, you're like, are we gonna be friends? It's cool. What kind of video games you got? You're like, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
I'll play this till my mom picks me up.
Yeah.
And then I'll never talk to you again.
That's it. Well, real quick, I want to show you a clip of this game because this is the new generation, baby. And if you are a musician, which you are, or you're not a musician, like a lot of people aren't, this is where you get to be a rock star in your living room. So look, real quick.
Oh my God!
Can you see some of the artists? Yeah, it's Ibiza, baby, and you pull the parts of different songs, such as a Cardi B song to a Dua Lipa song, and you mix parts of different songs, and you can't do no wrong. It's gonna sound crispy no matter what, even if you have no rhythm, which I'm guilty of. So my point is, would you have fun with this game in Hawaii or Spain?
You're gonna love to know this. So they already reminded me of Ibiza, but now it's reminding me of Red Rocks. Have you played Red Rocks?
Dude, that's my dream. My dream is to play. I've never even been to Red Rocks. Never even been.
Okay. No,
So
you've got to quit the podcast.
Okay.
Just go get your shit together, get your life together. Go do that. But when this game comes out, like a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh my God, I got to rock Red Rocks."
Yes.
Such an important thing. This is so sick. Look at all the.
Yeah.
And
so I just wanted to share it with you. I'm going to get you a copy of the game. I know right now is a lockdown time, and maybe this will just inspire. Maybe this will help inspire you to write some songs if you mix a little Panic in the Disco, Whitney Houston, and Nelly. Who doesn't want that, baby? Pitbull.
Wow.
Pitbull. Who doesn't want to listen to Pitbull in a pandemic?
They need to, dude. That's beautiful. Send me a copy ASAP.
I'm going to, and you're gonna. I want you to do this. I'm gonna send you some links on the human. What was it called? Pizza Tower? Human Tower? Pizza Tower? The Leaning Tower of Regalia. Human Pyramid.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send you some Human Pyramid, and I just want you to stay. Look at you. Look good. You sound good. You feel good through the computer. So I want you to stay crispy.
It's an iPad. It's an iPad.
Well, you know what I'm saying. The screen it's transparent to me. Your energy is good, and I want to congratulate you on your crispy baby, literally crispy baby.
Thank you got,
buddy. And
Fresh.
You're living a good life, bro. So kudos. Stay blessed.
Thank you for having me. Keep doing what you do.
Yes.
Keep knocking it down, baby. Love you guys. Send me that game.
I got you, baby. It's coming.
Send me that game.
You're the best. Thanks for your time.
I'll see you soon, brother.
Yeah, bro. Later, bro. Guys, that was rad. I mean, what a legend. That was so cool hearing his stories. I've known the guy for years. I'm learning, that's what I love about this show is that I'm learning people that I've already known for years. When I do this show, I'm learning more about them. I didn't even realize he was that deep from Hawaii, and that is another level because if you know Hawaii, you got to be local. You don't claim Hawaii if you're not from Hawaii. Okay, brah? Even me saying brah, I could get beat up for that. So you got to show respect. I love you, Hawaii. I love you, Bret. I love you, Pepper. And we're going to release that song one day. You guys just wait and see. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'll see you next time on Between the Speakers, baby. Yeah.
Between the Speakers.